So I just finished live streaming Titanfall, and I want to give my first impressions. I was one of the few who didn't have the privilege to try out the beta due to the fact that I didn't own an Xbox One at the moment, so I couldn't really give my, first impressions. I can only give you my 2 cents looking from the outside in. But now that I've live streamed it and I'm not really in depth with the game, just kind of just freelancing and being a rookie, I can say that this game is a really good game. Like I will be very honest. I had a lot of fun playing the game, and it kind of had me exciting. It kind of relived me back to the Modern Warfare 2 days when you first experienced Modern Warfare 2. You're so excited, you just get hyped over the game, and it was just crazy. So one thing I have to say, right? I can overlook the fact of the destructibility. I had a couple debates and YouTube comments and in forums about, this is for me looking from the outside and saying I wish the game would have destructibility. So maybe I can look forward to that in a sequel. This game has a sequel that'll be really cool to have. But I can overlook it because the maps is pretty much huge enough, right? The only thing that's just really disappointing to me at the game at the moment is just the bots. That's the only thing I can just honestly say. Like I really don't like the bots, because right now, it's no big deal. Everybody who's playing the game, loving the game, it's living up to its hype, right? Everybody's loving it, right? You're gonna get over the hype phase. The hype phase will last about, I would give it about a month and a half, maybe 2 months at best, right? That's when the hype phase will start to die down, and then you're gonna start to play the game more competitively. Now, somebody told me in the forums a while ago when I was debating back and forth about the destructibility and the bots, that there's a mode called Pilot Hunter, which I did find at the end of my stream, and I thought, that mode was just strictly pilots, like no bots allowed. Of course, the grunts were still there, so I was like, damn, we still got our grunts. Nonetheless, I still had fun, but, once I get over the hype phase, I can see it now, Once I get over the hype phase, the boss is I can't consider myself a high level Titanfall player off the fact that, the bots actually contributes to the score, and the bots actually contribute to you getting your Titan faster. Now, let's rewind the clock back to 2009, going back to Modern Warfare 2 again. And the reason I'm comparing this game so heavily to Call of Duty, because the gameplay is it feels like the core of the Call of Duty franchise is embedded in Titanfall. You could argue me down, you can say whatever you want. The fact that I can play this game basically and feel the core of Call of Duty, it just says a lot. Like, Respawn Games was the originators of the Modern Warfare 2 series, so obviously they still got key hints from there. So I'm able to pick up and play. The parkouring system, you just got to get into the habit of just using that. You may at first just play like it's regular Call of Duty, which is not that good, or it's not to your advantage in Titanfall, because the parkour system gives you so much more, traversing advantages that you just don't normally have if you just regularly run. Now, what made Call of Duty 2 so good to me, this is what no other shooting game does anymore, is the fact that when you play Team Deathmatch, I appreciated the fact that it says no party, you have to be in the game channel. Now, the reason that added so much more to the game when you started getting really competitive is, you have people who trash talk, and personally, I love the trash talking in shooting games because it gets you more into the game. If you get your ass whooped in one match, and this dude comes out of nowhere and says, "Molly Mall, I seen you camping, I bust your ass, I killed you 6 times in a row," you feel like you've been disrespected. So you're gonna say, "Oh hell no!" You're gonna gather your team and like, "Yo, we gotta win this round. We gotta play right." So it just makes you step up your competition level, and it makes you it engages you in the game so much more. And I can see that engaging, that competitiveness in Titanfall not being there off the fact of the grunts. Now, like I said, it's way early in the game. Of course, there's going to be DLC, there's going to be patches, there's going to be updates, there's going to be additions to the game and stuff like that. So if that comes in there, if they make that mode no bots, strictly pilots, maybe they add 8 versus 8, maybe step it up to 10v10 straight Titans. Oh my god, we in here. We're going to be in here. So right now, my first impressions, the game is just very fun, very fast paced, exciting. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm like you get caught up into the fast pacedness of the game. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. My only problem, I'm just gonna say, from my initial impression of the game, is strictly the bots. You get what I'm saying? The bots it adds an element for more of casual players to get engaged into the game and not be as competitive, but I feel like they should be something to cater to the competitive guys. Like, we just have our mode there. For everybody else, they have their mode, you know, like specific modes. You know, you have mosh pit, team deathmatch, hardpoint. You know, everybody has their specific modes and things that they like specifically to do with the game. Anyway, this is VGP. This is my initial thoughts about Titanfall. The review will come soon once I get more engaged with the game. Let me know what you guys think in that comment section below. I mean, I understand that there's plenty of videos in the beta giving their initial thoughts, but for someone who may not have experienced the beta and you're watching this video right now, let me know what you think. I'm curious to hear from you guys. If you have not experienced the beta, you have the game and you're playing it right now, what are your initial thoughts outside of the hype? You get what I'm saying? Like sit there and really examine the game and just overlook the hype a little bit. That's all I'm asking you guys. VGP, I'm out, y'all. Later.